Well, hello and welcome along for another Friday night watch along. We've got a double header coming your way tonight. And we're going to start with the Warriors versus the Panthers as we get set for another Heritage Round match. Indigenous and Pacifica round coming at us thick and fast. Game 2 of the round, and we have 7 of the 8 matches coming to you. So let's take a look at how these two teams do line up for this clash as we get set for it. So let's start with the Panthers, and there's some reshuffles on both lineups, especially in the halves, well, specifically in the halves. So we've got Jackson Edgar at fullback, Tom Jenkins and Brian Toto on the wings. Obviously, no Dylan Edwards still there at the back. Paul Alamotti and Isaac Tungo in the centres. No Casey McLean. There's been multiple reshuffles during the week, but it's Jack Cole that comes into partner Nathan Cleary in the halves. Moses Liotta and Lindsay Smith will start up front for the Panthers. Freddie Larsick will be at 9 as he continues to deputise there. Isaiah Papali'i and Liam Martin will be in the back row, and Isaiah Yeo will play at lock. The bench will be Billy Scott in 14, Scott Sorensen 15, Liam Henry 16, Billy Phillips 17, Blaze Talangi 19, and Luron Patia in jersey 21. And then for the Warriors, well, no Tamare Martin. We will see Chance Nickel Klukstar at fullback. On the wings will be Dylan Watini Zalesniak and Alofai Khan Pereira. Ali Leatawa will be one centre. Leka Halasima lines up in the centres as well. Chanel Harris Tavita will be in the halves, but he will line up alongside in number 18, Luke Metcalf. And their forward pack is as named James Fisher Harris and Mitchell Barnett up front. Wade Egan at 9, Kirk Capewell and Jacob Laban in the back row. And then at lock will be Erin Clark. The bench, Sam Healy, Tanner Stowers Smith, Morgan Gannon, Eddie Ayamia Toyava, Tane Talpiki, and Adam Pompey, and they're coached by Andrew Webster. So we're almost set for kickoff in this one. Looking forward to it. First plays third. How does it shape up? Jump into those comments. Let us know if you haven't already. Make sure to give the video a like as well. Wonderful to have you all tuning in early doors as the team goes through their haka here, fittingly. Warriors in a splendid red and black heritage jersey, recognising their Pacifica culture. Wonderful tribal patterns woven through the red. Panthers in their pink away outfit. Make sure to vote in the poll as well, letting us know who you think gets it done and by how much. It's going to be the winning margin. Great to have you tuning. Jump into those comments. Let's get the conversation flowing on a Friday night. We've got both games of the double header coming to you. Early vote Warriors 1 to 12. There we go. How do you see it shaping up? Let us know if you've got some sneaky little wagers on as well, and we'll cheer those along and follow them with you. Getting set for kickoff. The Warriors go into their huddle here. Final instructions, final moments together as a team before we get set. We'll be back in the morning as well. Super League, top of the table clash there as well. And 3 of the top teams in the NRL in action tonight. And tomorrow it'll be first versus second in the Super League at 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Time. So, great to have you tuning in. Jump into that poll. Make sure to hit like on the video as well. Hit subscribe on the channel. All of the usual. It's going to be the Warriors kicking off to the Panthers when we get underway in a moment. Great to have you all along for the road. The Warriors have won just 1 of the last 8 against the Panthers. Milestone game for the man in jersey 10 for the Panthers. 100th NRL game for Lindsay Smith. Jared Sutton will be the man in control. The referee's also in a interwoven Indigenous and Pacifica heritage jersey. Here we go, getting ready for kickoff. Looking forward to seeing how it shapes. Let us know who you're cheering for. Let us know what your tips are. Have you got a first try score, a suggestion for us? Who's going to get there? How's it all going to play out? One of the key talking points into this one as we get underway. And kicking us off is Jacob Laban. Bounces awkwardly. And he's taken in the end there by Liam Martin, who'll play 11 out from his line, 5 in from touch. Brian Toto takes the next one, and he's driven backwards there, lined up by Aaron Clark. Mitch Barnett's in there as well, drives him back to the 10-metre line where he played 15 in from touch. Warriors trying to set the tone here at Mount Smart Stadium early. The Panthers will play at 14 out from their line on tackle 3. Now they push across. There's the milestone man, Lindsay Smith. Bringing it out. That'll be tackle 4, and he'll play at 17 from his line, 21 in from touch. Isaiah Yeo, the captain, leads from the front, goes forward and plays at 24 out centre field on tackle 5. Cole will be the man to get the first kick away. He sends it down to be taken by the flying mullet, Dallin Watini-Zalesniak. Charges back at the Panthers, and oh my, chopped in half. That's a good shot there from Freddie Lussick. Played on tackle 1, just short of the 40. Charles Nickel Klukstar goes forward, and the Panthers are going to set an equal tone here. Klukstar will play it on the 40-metre line. Next tackle, they get numbers in again. Tungo Papali'i wrapping up the runner from the Warriors. Now Barnett almost up to halfway. He'll play it on halfway in the end after he gets dragged again. No, he'll just be over halfway on tackle 4. They get out of dummy half here. Little flick pass to no one. And is that a knock on Panthers? I think it will be. Brian Toto, I think, or who was it diving on that? I think Papali'i trying to dive on has knocked it on. So, no, they're going to say Panthers knock on first. That'll be Warriors scrum feet on halfway. Here go the Wars. Charging their way forward. It'll be Halasima to play it. 5 metres into the attacking half. It'll tip on from Fisher Harris to Barnett. He picks it up to 37 out from the line, just to the left of centre field. Barnett slow to get back up. Taking his time getting to his feet. Plenty of popularity for the Wars early in the voting. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Don't be shy. Let us know where in the world you're tuning in from. As skipping forward now is Laban. He'll play it on tackle 4. He's 23 out from the line, just off centre field. Clark now burrows his way up. He'll play it on tackle 5. He's 16 from the line, centre field. They go to the left. Metcalf floats it up, and it'll be a challenge for Toto. I think it's been knocked on there in the contest by the Warriors. The referee's going to let them keep going here. Ball kicked in behind and picked up then by Isaac Tungo, who slices his way through the first couple of tacklers and ends up bringing it out to about 16 out from the line. Wonderful dancing work through the defence of the Warriors from Isaac Tungo. So, I'll work it out of their own end here, the Panthers. Alamotti. He'll play just short of the 40 on tackle 3. And they'll go more central with Liam Martin. He's driven back after the initial contact and pinned on the 40-metre line. Fisher Harris is in there, as is Capewell. Now Liotta charges straight into Barnett. Helped out by Aaron Clark, and he'll play 4 short of halfway on tackle 5. Nathan Cleary kicks from inside halfway and puts it to the sky. Well taken by Nickel Klukstar. And he scoots through the first tackle of Liam Martin, but is chopped down by the defensive work of Alamotti on his 30. 15 in from touch. Now they slide their way forward. Khan Pereira up to the 40. 5 to the left of centre field, and they push it on here with Watini-Zalesniak to Metcalf. Gets it out to Halasima. He's dragged down. 5 in from touch. 7 metres into the attacking half. Now Watini-Zalesniak driving his way forward. He's chopped down by the ankles on tackle 4. He's 32 out. They get a 6 more for a ruck infringement. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know any of your bets or thoughts on how this one's going to play out. Fisher Harris plays this on the 10-metre line. Now they come to Clark, a little bit of footwork here, and Aaron Clark's just going to skip his way through the line and bury his way over next to the posts. Aaron Clark gets the opening try. The Warriors lead 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. 5 minutes gone. They get the jump start, the Wars. How about that? Four points to 0 early doors. Aaron Clark, the man that gets across in the 13 jumper. And the Wars try is confirmed. So 4-0 early doors. Now we're almost 6 minutes gone. The Warriors are up in front of a sellout crowd. 5th try of the season for Aaron Clark. He's really taken his game to another level since he's joined the Warriors. Just simple footwork there. Got Leota off balance. Got inside him and then used the post as a bit of extra support. So Metcalf will be the man to take the conversion attempt. 11 metres back, 1 metre to the left of the uprights. Generally pretty straightforward shooting area for goal kickers. That's exactly what he does. Makes it look easy. Metcalf in his recall to the team. Gets the extra 2. They lead 6-0 the Warriors. 6.5 minutes gone. Aaron Clark just sliding his way in there. And then by the time he got there, Edgar could do not much about it. He was racing across trying to help out. Clark gets up, slapping that Warriors crest on his chest. Absolutely pumped up. So Alamotti gets us underway with the kickoff. Taking it cleanly on the full, and they send Barnett straight back into the fray. He goes into the defence of Tungo and Papali'i. He'll play at 16 out from his line on tackle 1. Jacob Laban now outside the 20 on tackle 2. Neither side has failed to complete a set as of yet. As Fisher Harris plays it on tackle 3 on the 30. They work it up just short of the 40. They're 16 in from touch, 38 out from the line. They roll forward here. Clark will play it on tackle 5, 5 short of the halfway, just to the left of centre field. They come now across to Metcalf, who kicks it wide to Tom Jenkins, the leading try scorer in the NRL. Bumps past one, skips past another. Leotawa was the defender who ends up bringing him down. Good territory for this set to start for Penrith. They're up to the 40 on tackle 2. Edgar goes across. Toto in for a run. Locked in on the ball is Kurt Capewell. Drags him down on the 40-metre line. Edgar filling in a dummy half. Gives it on to Alamotti. Tries to drive his way forward, but plenty of Warriors numbers in there. Chanel Harris-Tavita, one of those. Now on tackle 5. They're up over halfway with Leota. He's dragged down by Jacob Laban. Fisher Harris. And Harris-Tavita. Cleary sends it high into the sky. Trying to test out Nickel Klukstar. He's got plenty of time to think about it and takes it cleanly. Comes back and runs into Martin and Yo. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Make sure to jump into those comments. And, of course, hit like on the video. Subscribe on the channel as well if you're enjoying the stream. We're trying to get ourselves to 1,750 subscribers this weekend. That's the goal. We only need another 9 or 10 at this point. Really appreciate you being on board. Early days in the poll and only one punter thinking that the Panthers are going to get the job done. Metcalf kicks from 5 inside his half, sending it deep and high. Edgar's back there, takes on the full just outside his 10-metre line. Little show go. That looked high from Leotawa, and it will be a penalty for a high tackle. Panthers will get a chance to relieve some pressure and get out of their own half here and start with some prime territory and a chance to square this one up. 6 points to 0, just over 9 minutes gone. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. Always good to see what sort of mix of United Nations we've got in the comments. Jump into those comments. Let's talk about, you can talk about anything footy. NRL, NRLW, Super League, New South Wales Cup, Queensland Cup, even other sports if you want. Get that conversation started. Lussick out of dummy half, gives it to Yo. Yo will play it on tackle 3 here, just over the 30. 29 out, 5 to the right of the uprights. Now Liotta pumps the legs and gets himself over the 20. He's 18 out from the line, 3 to the left of the uprights. They come to the short side on the left for Smith, for Cole. Little bat on there from Tungo. That looked like a knock on from Jenkins. Jenkins wants to contest it. And a little bit of a bark with Fisher Harris. Push and shove, and a little, wasn't quite a slap, but just an open-handed push out at the face. Tungo just threw it behind Jenkins, and Jenkins with a little bat forward. They haven't had a response yet, the Panthers. They haven't really looked as threatening. The Warriors have come out of the gates very well. Now the Warriors with a scrum feed. Centre field, 20 out from their own line. Here they come forward with Halasima. Played on tackle 1. Probably hard done by. No, he did. I was going to say not to get a 6 again. He does get a 6 again. So this will be tackle 1 now outside their 30, played by Clark. Now Fisher Harris. Course up against his former side, almost at the 40. They come to Barnett, who goes out the back to Metcalf and on to Laban. Jacob Laban now will play this. 2 metres short of halfway. Wade Egan gets out of dummy half, driving and scooting in behind the ruck. Takes on Jack Cole and gets himself 14 metres into the attacking half. He's 18 in from touch on the right edge. They go to the left with Barnett. Out the back he goes to Metcalf. Flat ball there. Beautiful ball for Capewell. Capewell back inside for Metcalf, backing up, and he'll slide his way over straight under the black dot. And the Wars lead 10 points to 0 with a kick to come. What about that? Simple play. Deft touch. Luke Metcalf is showing that despite having sat on the sidelines for a number of weeks waiting for his chance, and the chance has come, he's ready to take it with both hands. That'll not only please Warriors fans, but it'll please Dragons fans for next year. Wonderful work. Good presence of mind from Capewell to sense him back inside. Warriors now lead by double digits after 12.5 minutes. Hey, Infinite Loop, you're watching right now. Awesome, mate. Are you at the ground or on watching on TV? Good to have you. Yeah, yep, I figured that now. That's okay. So Metcalf to take the conversion attempt here. Right in front. He'll add the extras again. He's going to try and 2 goals to his name now. 12 points to 0 they lead. 13 minutes and 10 seconds gone. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Like Infinite Loops done. Jump into the comments. Beautiful work there to get Metcalf back away on the inside. So the Panthers now send this one deep down into the in goal for the Warriors, and the Warriors will bring it back with Barnett. He's met strongly by Smith, Liotta, and Yo. Just outside his 10-metre line in the end. He'll play it now. 11 out from the line, 5 to the right of the post. Fisher Harris. He plays it on the 20. Now they get the ball wide here. Harris to Vida. Finds it to Halasima, who fends his way out of 2 tackles, then just slips over. He'll play it 32 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Now Clark. Smith shoots up. Gets up and puts the pressure on him on tackle 4. 15 in from touch. And they kick early from inside the 40 here with Metcalf. Finds some open space. Won't angle enough for a 40-20, but he forces Edgar to track back. Warriors absolutely on top here, and Barnett and Laban grab hold of Edgar and drag him back a couple of metres, forcing him to play at 14 out from his own line. 16 in from touch. They come the short side here, the Panthers. Warriors are having all the ball. Tungo will play it now, 26 out from the line. Jenkins comes forward. He's 28 out from the line, 15 in from touch on tackle 3. Then Isaiah Papali'i comes for a charge. It's a little better. He's up to the 40-metre line. Still just punching down that left edge, and they come short side again. And it's Cole who decides to take a run, and he'll play it 2 metres short of halfway on tackle 5. Lussick will go to Cleary to kick from 3 metres inside his half, and he sends a wobbling, sluicing bomb up for Nickel Klukstar, who falls as he takes it, but brings it back out just past his 20-metre line. That would have been tough, that one. You can see it just swirling through the air. Now, Leotawa. He'll play it 28 out from the line, just to the right of centre field. Cam Pereira, he gets a quick ruck. They roll forward here. And it'll show and go from Capewell. He had some support there. Racing through. Harris DeVita was ready to hit a hole. Didn't quite work out. So instead, they bump up over halfway with their first try scorer, Aaron Clark. And he'll play it 5 into the attacking half. Metcalf will kick from just the attacking side of halfway. Puts it up, testing Jenkins, who takes it cleanly. Laban has to wait for him to land, and he lands and skips on a couple of metres. Eventually, Barnett drags him down, 24 out from the line, just to the left of centre field. Now, Brian To'o putting the numbers into the tackle here, the Warriors, but To'o keeps wrestling his way forward, and he'll play it 31 out from the line. They go the short side here. Lussick takes a little dart out of dummy half and a little show. He'll play it just outside the 40, 20 in from touch. Now Yo. 16 gone. Panthers yet to score. They've only had just under 40% of the ball. Edgar on for Martin down the right short side. Martin almost spins out of the tackle there of Kurt Capewell, but he'll play it 38 out from the line, 15 in from touch. They swing it a couple wide. Cleary to Cole. Cole puts it up in the air. Watini Zalesniak takes it, and as soon as he hits the ground, Papali'i drags him down. They'll play it 13 out from the line, 20 in from touch on that right edge. Now Nickel Klukstar tries to drive himself forward into the defensive wall, but they meet him and send him backwards. Now Halasima, he bends the line, going into Smith, Yo, and Lussick. 27 from the line, but he's had a little bobble there and he's coughed it up. Opportunity here for Penrith. 17 minutes gone. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Don't be shy. Panthers will have a scrum feed here. 29 metres out from the line. I'll take it centre field. Mitch Barnett and Lindsay Smith are having a little bit of handbags at 10 pace. There's a little bit of push and shove here. And now they finally get their heads in, and the ball goes to the left with Jenkins. He's brought down 20 in from touch, 23 out from the line. On the left edge, they swing it centre field. Yo, Leotta. Leotta pumps the legs and goes forward. Up inside the 20. He'll play it 17 out from the line, centre field here. They get 6 more for a slow ruck. Now Lindsay Smith. Had Papali'i with him. Decides just to go into the line, and he's inside the 10. He'll play it 9 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left-hand side. They come the short side. Cleary drops the runner back underneath in Tungo. His body slammed down by Barnett here. He's 15 in from touch, and he'll play it 8 out from the line. They get another 6 more here. Warriors just needing to show their discipline. Yo will play it 5 from the line, just to the right of the uprights on tackle 1. They go the right side. Cleary to Martin, who coughs it up. Halasima picks it up and tries to wrestle free of the tackle of Cleary, but can't get there. And he will play it on tackle 1. Ball's gone back, they're going to say. A little bit of push and shove here between Liam Martin and a couple of Warriors. Brian Toto gets involved. Klukstar as well. Aaron Clark. The game goes on, though. Capel gets to the outside. Martin's got himself back on side. Cleary and Liotta will try and drag him down. There's plenty of feeling in this one. That'll be tackle 3. Just short of the 40-metre line. 8 metres in from touch on the left-hand side. Watini Zalesniak's come from the right wing for a run. He takes it over the 40. Now Egan out of dummy half. Gives it to Watini Zalesniak again. DWZ. He's only got one shoe on, but he says, I'll go again. No worries at all. Now, Stowers Smith's out there. He's come on for James Fisher-Harris. He's straight into the fray, and he'll play this 33 out. They go to the air from the boot of Metcalf. Well taken on the full there, Halasima. That's tackle 5, and he'll be pinned 1.5 metres in from touch, 5 out from the line. So Edgar plays it. Panthers, they're going to have to try and work their way out of their own end here. The Warriors are throwing numbers in the tackle. They've got 5 players in that tackle there. As Alamotti tries to bring it forward. Into dummy half is Cleary. Toto takes a run. Driven backwards by Laban and Barnett. They're 5 out from the line. Tackle 3. 18 in from touch. Now Jenkins. He's met at the 10-metre line. He managed to pick up a couple of metres post-contact. We'll play it 12 out. Centre field. That's tackle 3. Now they swing it a little wider. But again, there's no real answer for the speed of the Warriors' defensive line now. As Cole plays it, Cleary will kick. And tackle 4, was it touched? Is he going for a 20-40 there, Nathan Cleary? Charles Nickel Klookstar picks it up just inside his 40 and is met by the defence. Warriors shooting up as Lindsay Smith chopping Khan Pereira low. He'll play it 20 in from touch. There's no one on him, and he keeps flopping back to ground, trying to get a 6 more. Doesn't work out. Watini Zalesniak, the mullet flying out behind him, drives forward over halfway. Wonderful to have you tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what your takeaways are so far. Are the Warriors a genuine premiership threat, or are they only a threat when they're playing in New Zealand? Clark up to 23 from the line on tackle 5. Centre field, they go to the left. Metcalf just pokes it up off the right boot, challenging Toto. Halasima flies over. I think that's come off Halasima and gone dead. So it should be a 20-metre restart, but it won't be a 7-tackle set. Let's have a look at the replay here. No, it's off Toto batting it back. So it'll be a goal line dropout. Toto gets up over Halasima, bats it back. The referee's right on that. Looked like Halasima had gotten over him. So goal line dropout for the Panthers. Cleary will go short. Does it go 10? Yes, it does. Jenkins bats it back. Everyone jumped underneath it, and it out covered them for distance. Well taken there by Tungo. Now Papali'i up to the 20 on tackle 2. Now Sorensen's on there. He comes on for Liotta. And he'll charge up and almost to the 30-metre line here on tackle 3. Lussick goes to the left for Cole, who gives it to Lindsay Smith. He's chopped low by Laban and Metcalf over the top on tackle 4. They come the short side here. Cole cuts it out, finds Jenkins. There's some late contact there through the back potentially. Jenkins beats 1, beats 2. Almost gets past the 3rd. Wants to get the arm free, but Metcalf drags him down on the 20 on tackle 5. He's 20 in from touch, 20 out from the line. Cleary swings it across. Lussick. Martin, no, cut out ball. Alamotti. Alamotti's wrapped up and he'll be pinned on tackle 6. They ran out of imagination and attack there on the right-hand edge, the Panthers. And they'll turn this over. 15 out from the line, 6 in from touch. Hey, Carl, good to have you again. Back from this morning or last night your time. There'll be some interesting games tomorrow morning our time, tonight your time. Get the time zones worked out. As the Warriors try and work this out of their end. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Make sure to hit like on the video, and if you're enjoying the content, hit subscribe on the channel. Plenty of rugby league content across our channel from live watch-alongs. We do a round recap each week, tips and thoughts on the games. We do a team list Tuesday as well. Warriors now with Stowers Smith onto Barnett out the back for Nickel Klookstar on tackle 4, and he'll be brought down centre field on halfway. And all day there, the Warriors are just standing around trying to milk the fact there's someone in the dummy half. Halasima. Oh my goodness, that contact looked pretty ordinary on him. He ended up going upside down. Surprised they have not come back to that. He's back to his feet, but I don't know who it was that went underneath him, and he ended up in a pretty ordinary position like a Halasima. As Jenkins will play this 23 out from his line. Here we go, we'll have a look at the replay. It's Alamotti underneath, I think. We're going to come back across to it. This might be a sin bin for Paul Alamotti. Waiting for the captain. Interesting to see. This looked as bad, if not worse, than Ali Brigginshaw's. So Alamotti's going to the sin bin. So the Panthers not only down 12 points to nil, they're now down a man as well. No real malice in the tackle. It's unfortunate, but the onus is always on the tackler. So not only will Alamotti go to the bin, we'll come back for a Warriors penalty here. So 16 minutes or so on the clock to come. So Alamotti will spend the next 10 minutes on the sideline. Warriors will get a penalty on the attacking 40. 10 in from touch. Just waiting for the second football to go off. Touch judge is going to go and act as the ball boy and retrieve it. Warriors kick for touch and make all of about 7 metres. That was, again, wasteful, but let's not get on my bugbears about that. Stowers Smith takes it forward. He'll play it 28 out from the line, 22 in from touch. On that left edge, they come centre field. Eddie Iramia Toyava is out there now. Egan out to Metcalf, back underneath the Laban, who runs into Yo, Papali'i, Cole and Sorensen. He'll play it 12 out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. They come the short side here. Egan almost slipping through, dragged down from behind by Papali'i. They get 6 more for a second effort in the tackle. Metcalf runs out of runners. Ends up just dropping it back to Mitch Barnett, who's standing there minding his own business directly behind him. And Barnett will play it on tackle 1. 8 out from the line, in line with the right upright. Now, Stowers Smith for Metcalf. They got numbers to the outside if they can use it. There's a little bobble. Did it touch anyone? Yeah, we'll say it did. It's been knocked on here. Harris Tavita. Warriors not going to challenge? No, I don't think so. So the Panthers scrum feet 11 out from their line, and they save another blemish there. Metcalf just held it up a little longer, and Toto came in, and the Warriors wanted 6 more, but the referee saw it as a knock-on from them. So now the Panthers will feed this scrum. Centre field, 11 out from their line. Cleary's there. Lussick's at lock. Again, scrum's diabolical. He's got one hand touching the scrum, and the other hand and his head nowhere near the scrum. Please get your head in there at lock. Jenkins, very slow to his feet, clutching his neck. Freddie Lussick wants someone put in the sin bin, but it's just going to be a penalty for a crusher tackle. Great day, viewer tuning in. Jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, just like Carl's done. Vote in the poll as well. Warriors 13 plus taking the lead. Let us know your upsets that you think are coming for the rest of the weekend. What are your thoughts on the reshuffles here at the Panthers? Blaze Talangi was named when Cogger originally withdrew, and the reshuffle saw him push back to the bench for Cole. There's Liam Henry out there now as well for the Panthers, up over halfway, and he'll play it here. Second tackle, 43 out from the line. Isaiah Yo Doesn't really have any options to ball play to, so he tucks it under the wing and pushes forward up to the 40. That's tackle 3. Don't forget we'll have the Roosters versus Bulldogs after this one later tonight. As here come the Panthers pushing all the way forward to the 30 on tackle 4 with Sorensen. Now Yo. Out the back to Cleary. Little dink in behind, looking for some pace. Nickel Klukstar has to track it back. And then he's pinned in the in-goal by Isaac Tungo. We'll have a goal line dropout for the Warriors. Just under 13 minutes remaining until half-time. The Warriors on top. 2 tries so far to Aaron Clark and Luke Metcalf. So will they go short here, the Warriors? Hey, Tane, unfortunately not. The Warriors do go short. If I do that, YouTube shut down my account for copyright infringement. NRL are very stringent on that. They do get the ball here through Stowers Smith. It bounces up for him. Stowers Smith takes the first ruck and then they send it forward again. Now heading up there is Iramia Toyava. On to Barnett here. Barnett bouncing up and into the defensive line of Penrith, and he'll play it here, 37 out from his line, just off centre field. Stowers Smith will take another run. Fisher Harris getting ready to come back on here. Replace Barnett. Harris Tavita tries to dart through the line, but he's dragged down. Tackle 5. Metcalf will try and send the torpedo bomb to the skies. Unfortunately for him, it's ended up a couple of metres into touch on the full. He got it off the outside of the boot rather than the inside. Great to have you with us, Tane. Warriors fan, I'm assuming, watching in New Zealand. As Toto goes forward here for the Panthers, and we'll play this on tackle 1. Centre field on halfway. Now they push forward again, and it will be Tungo that plays it on the 40. Henry charging forward is met by Fisher Harris and a couple more, including Charles Nickel Klukstar. Charles is barking at the third man who peeled out of the tackle to say, mate, I've got to get back to fullback. What are you doing? Isaiah Yo shrugs free of Stowers Smith before a couple of others arrive. No, unfortunately not, Tanner. Tan, we can't show it. I just said that because of copyright, mate. If we do that, they shut down our channel. Panthers now. Cleary plays it on tackle 5. Cole in, just dinks it off the right boot. Well read there. Who's that taking that catch? Kurt Capewell. Well, he's fielding in the slips for the New Zealand cricket team. Maybe the Aussie cricket team if you're Capewell. Lecker Halasima gets free. Throws Nathan Cleary to the side. Shrugs off Edgar. He's been chased down. Is that Sorensen chasing him down? What about that? Scott Sorensen winding it back. Billy Phillips out there for the Panthers as well. They're 3 changes in. Now, Leotawa up to the 30-metre line. 15 in from touch on tackle 3. Martini Zalesniak drives his way in behind the ruck. He's brought down 20 in from touch, 22 out from the line on tackle 4. Now Fisher Harris gets it away. Metcalf. Out wide, Harris Tavita. Here goes Halasima again. Fends off his opposite number. Gives it on. Harris Tavita, and he's got there. Chanel Harris Tavita slides under the tackle of Brian Toto. And the Warriors lead 16 points to 0 with a kick to come. They are off to a flying start here. And the Panthers will still be down a man for another 3 or so minutes. Harris Tavita, good support play there. Halasima absolutely running rampant in that set. Big bad Lecker. 9 minutes to go till half time, and the Warriors are out to an astonishing lead here against the Panthers. The ladder leading Panthers. Warriors need to win to stay in the minor premiership race, and they've made a statement in this first half thus far. CJ up to Waz. They're flying, mate. They are flying. As I say, making a statement here, and Harris Tavita's try is confirmed. Great to have you all tuning in. Love it if you could hit like on the video. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to hit subscribe as well. Got 7 of the 8 NRL games this week. We'll have some NRL W on live streams and live watch-alongs as well. And we'll also have the Super League in the morning, the game between the two ladder leaders. Wakefield Trinity playing host to Leeds Rhinos. Leka Halasima just gets the offload back inside. Such a big mobile man, big Leka. Poor Nathan Cleary got thrown away by him a couple of times in that set. So Metcalf now 5 in from touch, 21 back on the left-hand side, the favoured side for a right footer. Can he extend the lead to 18 points to 0? He hits it, curls it just inside the left upright, and he does extend the lead, so it's 18 points to 0. Luke Metcalf has 10 points of his own in this first half. A try and 3 conversions, and we're just under 8 minutes to go till half time. Like Halasima set the platform at the start, and then he put the finish on at the end. As we head down towards half time now, they are absolutely putting on a show here for the Mount Smart faithful. Great to have you all tuning in. Cleary will get us back underway. There's a deep down into the corner. Take it on the full. And they'll bring it back here with Laban. Tackle slips a little high. Warriors appealing for a penalty there inside their own 20. The Panthers will just want to defend out this set. They'll get Paul Alamotti back during their next set. Just under 90 seconds remaining for him off the field. As Capewell pushes his way forward. Egan in at dummy half now. Capewell plays it on the 30. 17 in from touch on the left-hand side. Fisher Harris goes forward and is brought down. 36 out from his line. Stowers Smith working his way up and almost to the 50. He's 4 metres short. Metcalf will kick and send it long all the way back to Jackson Edgar. Takes it on the full. Young man deputising for Dylan Edwards. And he's met there by Fisher Harris and Ieremia Toiava. And he'll play it 15 out from his line. Now Jenkins. He reverses his way into the defensive traffic and he's brought down 25 out, 20 in from touch. Isaiah Yo's come off, gone up the tunnel for some treatment. We'll keep an eye on that. Panthers get a 6 more, which is helpful for them. Not long now until Alamotti will be back from the sin bin. Edgar bounces through the first tackle of Egan, almost up to halfway now on tackle 2. Plays it a metre short of halfway. Now they send it wide. Tungo immediately with Tini Zalesniak's up and in his face, and he's 3 metres over halfway. Now Henry. Alamotti back into the fray. Play it just inside the 40 here. Isaiah Papali'i gets the offload back inside, and no look almost. He just threw it and hoped it went to Lussick to Cleary. Back to Edgar. Skips past one, and then he gets dragged down by Egan and coughs it up. Hey, Jay, good to have you with us up the Warriors. They are absolutely up and about the Warriors, and they've forced a mistake here. 5.5 minutes remaining till half time. There's not many sides that have held an 18-point lead against the Panthers this season. So Isaiah Yo has gone off holding his pec. Which could be disastrous, not only for the Panthers, but also for Australia heading into the World Cup. A lot of the New Zealand fans will be not disappointed to hear that Isaiah Yo might be out of action. Australia will probably think to go to a Reuben Cotter or a Cam Murray at starting lock, if that's the case. Here you go, the Warriors again, working it out of their own end. Capewell will play it on the 30. 14 in from touch on the left edge. Fisher Harris punches his weight in behind the ruck, and he'll now play it 37 out. 20 in from touch on that right edge. Little touch inside for Nickel Klukstar. He accelerates away. Edgar drags him down by 1 boot. Will force him to play it there on tackle 4. They're 32 out from the line. Metcalf darts in behind, runs behind Stowers Smith and has to surrender himself so as not to be guilty of obstruction. That's tackle 5. They're 28 out from the line to the right of centre field. Harris Tavita Sends it sky high with the left boot. Was there a knock on there from Toto? I think there was. I think it was a knock on first Penrith and then the Warriors, and that's exactly what Jared Sutton has seen. Well, Alamoti trying to go and negotiate with the referee. I don't think that's going to play out any way you think. Wade Egan with a nice little flick pass, set that run for Nickel Klukstar up. Captain's challenge. Panthers might be optimistic here. Or maybe they're just throwing their Hail Mary. It's gone backwards. Warriors, I think, Halasima, and then forward off Toto. So I think it's backwards off Halasima, forwards off Toto. So I think it'll be unsuccessful. I don't think there's going to be anything conclusive enough. I think challenge unsuccessful. So the Warriors here with 4 minutes on the clock till half time. We'll have a scrum feed inside the attacking half. There's game on now. They're getting ready to have a red hot crack here to extend this lead out to a 4-try one in the shadows of half time. I'll start with the scrum. 10.5 metres out from the line, centre field. They feed it, numbers both sides. Hey, Cole, good to see you, my friend. Always good to see your name pop up. Yeah, the Panthers, well, I think they're missing something without Cogger, but now they've lost Isaiah Yeo as well. But the Warriors have just controlled the ball, completed their sets, played smart, and played to their strengths. A bit like they did last week. They just used their forwards to go forward and then send it wide. And with Halasima out wide, he's been a handful. Egan here, Fisher Harris. Short ball for Capewell is brought down on tackle 4-3 from the line. 8 to the left of the uprights. They come centre field. Metcalf. No one there, so he has to give it back to Fisher Harris, who gives it to Nickel Klukstar. Goes wide now to Leah Tower, and Leah Tower coughs it up. The Panthers will escape here. They will have a scrum feed Penrith. I'll get to take this out and have a scrum feed 12.5 metres out from their line. So Toto off the back of the scrum. Now charging their way forward with Henry. Up to almost the 30. The Panthers need to find some sort of answer. They swing it wide here. Papali'i straight up on him. They're swarming in defence, the Warriors. Been absolutely outstanding. Good strong run here from Sorensen up to halfway, and that's where they'll play it on tackle 5. Plus he had a dummy half, goes short side on the right to Cleary. Cleary puts it to the air, dragging Nickel Klukstar forwards. He has to fall over backwards to take that inside his 20, and he's immediately met by Alamotti. And we'll play it 20 out from his line. They swing wide here with Khan Pereira. When I say wide from the ruck, but centre field. Now, Latini Zalesniak getting in with a good heavy carry. 90 seconds to go till half time. Now Stowers Smith's been busy since he gets on. Plays it on the 40. Nickel Klukstar goes in for a run almost up to halfway. That'll be tackle 5. Minute 15 on the clock, and Harris Tavita puts it to the air. A midfield bomb. Leaping for it was Alamotti, and then he decided not to get it. Edgar, I think that might have been knocked forward by Halasima. Harris Tavita's going to race away out of the post. I think they'll have a look at this. Did Halasima get a touch? If not, it'll be a try. and a second for Harris Tavita, but let's see what the referee has to say. Well, they've awarded it 22-0. We'll have a look and see. Just keep sending these high balls. Alamotti pulls away. Edgar gets a touch. That looks like it's come off the hand of Halasima. This angle will tell us. There's a fingertip on it from Halasima, so it'll be no try. They'll come back in a moment. I'm sure they'll review this and come back and come to the same conclusion that we have. That would have been absolutely clinical first half margin. I mean, 18 is one thing, but 22, maybe likely 24 is absolutely something else. What a half from the Warriors either way. Surely they're not going to let this stand. You see his finger move there. Well, unsurprisingly with this start, the Warriors have got 76% of the votes. Interesting. Still 11% of votes for Panthers, 13 plus. This has been an absolutely clinical performance from the Warriors. That's going to be... Hey, Marika, good to have you with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. 55 seconds on the clock. The Panthers will have a scrum feed here as we head towards half time. So Jenkins working his way out. He'll play it on the 20. Last again at dummy half. Henry charging forward is met by Laban and Fisher-Harris. Up to the 30 now, not really making a whole lot of meters. It feels like both sides are just happy to put the queue in the rack somewhat. Cleary out the back here, giving it on. Tungo is met by Metcalf and Clark and Leotawa. Played on tackle 4, 26 out from the line. Papali'i. 10 on the clock, and he'll play it on tackle 5 on the 30. 16 in from touch. Nathan Cleary will just drive it down the other end. Finds the grass. As the clock ticks down, the hooter will go. Khan Pereira will just surrender himself here. And at half time, it is the Warriors 18 points to 0 on top in this one. What about that for a first half? I don't think many would have seen that coming. A strong display from the Warriors. The Panthers, to be fair, haven't been poor. They've just had a few errors in them, and the Warriors have been much better at executing and much better at making the meters. So that's 18-0 at the break. Let's have a look at how it's shaped in terms of that. So it tries to Harris Tavita, Metcalf and Aaron Clark. 3 goals to Luke Metcalf. Paul Alamotti spent 10 minutes in the sin bin for a dangerous tackle on Leka Halasima. Halasima's okay, but Isaiah Yeo has gone down with what looks like a pectoral injury. So times are tough for the Panthers at the moment. We'll see what comes of that for Isaiah Yeo, but in the meantime, it's been all things the Warriors. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back with you with the second half very shortly. Big thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and we will see you very, very soon with the second half. Welcome back. Getting set for the second half here. Warriors leading 18 points to 0 over the Panthers. They have absolutely dominated this first half. They've been really strong, and it's all been about that story about the Warriors being well performed, not the Panthers being poorly performed. The Panthers have had a couple of moments they could have been a little better and more polished, but it's been the Warriors up and about and on top in this one. 3 tries. The opening try was Aaron Clark. Then it was Luke Metcalf. Chanel Harris-Tavita crossed over. Harris-Tavita had a second try ruled out, which would have made it 24 points to 0 in the shadows of half time. So that's where we sit at the moment. Wonderful to have you tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know how you think the second half's going to play out. Are the Panthers going to fight their way back? Are the Warriors going to extend their lead? And are the Warriors now a genuine minor premiership threat? That's the big question. As we have a look at the NRL ladder, the way this one's going to shape out from here, well, it's going to be interesting. That's certainly certain. Have a look at how the ladder sits at the moment. If the Warriors get this win, they get within 2 competition points of the Panthers. But the challenge for the Warriors is the Panthers for and against is about 80 points better going into this game. So with this game, it'd make it about 50. They need maybe another try or two here, and then the Roosters, if they could beat them by 30, that'd make a significant difference because that'd chip it down to about 20. And then if the Roosters get the Panthers next week, well, all of a sudden it is game on for everyone because they could all be right there. The Roosters, depending on their result later tonight, which will be a live watch along for as well against the Bulldogs after this one, could absolutely be another situation. So we're almost set for kickoff here. And it'll be Paul Alamotti to get us underway. Stower Smith's come charging all the way back and taking on the defensive line. He'll play it 18 out from the line. Jeremiah Toiava will take the next hitter. Hey, Paul, good to see you, mate. Always good to see your name popping into the chat. Well, the Panthers, yeah, look, it's interesting. They've already lost Isaiah Yeo, it looks like. So a lot of questions being asked around what they can deliver. As Nickel Klukstar takes it forward and is wrapped up by Papali'i, Lussick and Sorensen. Jenkins takes the kick return and drives back. They're just really struggling for momentum even here, the Panthers. Yeah, they're not quite, like I said before, Paul, they're not performing poorly, but they're just not quite in the contest at the moment. They're kind of going through the motions. Alamotti will play it now. 3 short of halfway on tackle 4. Edgar chimes in, gives it on to Sorensen, who gets it over halfway. Sorensen will play it back. Cleary will kick from halfway, and he'll send it high to the sky, trying to test out Nickel Klukstar. Takes it cleanly, 4 out from his line, and will race back into the defence where he's met by Cole. Also in there was Billy Phillips, who's out there in replacement for Isaiah Yeo, and we've got a penalty here. It's against Phillips for high contact. Metcalf will kick for touch here. From 18 out from his line, and again, very conservative. Isaiah Yeo's already in the tracksuit jacket. So it's a shoulder and pec injury for Isaiah Yeo, who won't return tonight. So tough times for the Panthers. Bit of insult to injury, or injury to insult. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. just trying to work out what's happening. We've got a stoppage and we've got a head injury assessment. So Wade Egan's now been told he's got to go for a HIA. There was a lot of confusion for a moment there as no one knew who was supposed to be going. They're confirming it. No tables of the turning in this second half. Know how the turntables turn. So Sam Healy will be on. So now the Warriors working their way forward. Fisher Harris will play at 10 out from the line. So Metcalf floats it up on tackle 5. Well taken there with Tenny Zalesniak. Gets it out the back door and Nickel Cookstar will dive over. The Warriors get another try. 22 points to nil. Nickel Cookstar gets the first of the second half. And they could well lead this 24-0 after this conversion attempt, which will be that man Metcalf to kick. Tenny Zalesniak floats up and he manages to grab the kick here. Over the top of Milky Jenkins and just pops it back to Nickel Cookstar because everyone's backpedaling. Beautiful work from the flying mullet, Dallin Watini Zalesniak. So in the last 12 times these two sides have clashed, the Warriors have only won once. Crazy to think that they are now leading 22 points to nil with a kick to come. Paul, I think you could be right. So now Metcalf with the conversion attempt. So he's 11 in from touch. He sweeps this across the face. And the score remains 22 points to nil. That's definitely his worst of the night, but also his most challenging of the evening. So 4 tries to nil they lead. I can't remember in recent memory the Panthers being shut out of a game. They kick us off and get us back underway. Stowers Smith again playing an extended stint here. Takes it forward and will play it 20 out from the line. Healy out of dummy half. Gives it on. Little short ball there for Aramia Toi Ava. Now Fisher Harris. Aramia Toiava will take another run up over the 40 here. He'll play 45 out on tackle 4. Nickel Cookstar leaves it behind. Will it be a knock on? A little touch there from Nickel Cookstar on the way through. Yes, it is. Lindsay Smith trying to rev up the Panthers here. As I said, we'll be back for the Roosters and the Bulldogs after this one. Big clash for both sides. The Bulldogs trying to stay in the top 8. The Roosters trying to chase down the Panthers, especially after this loss. They could pull level with them on competition points. Now, Henry, barnstorming run there, eventually chopped down by Fisher Harris, who played 22 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Cleary for Smith. Smith bouncing, spinning, turning, getting the arm free, but he's dragged down by Fisher Harris again. Now they swing it across. Cole, short ball there. Given to Phillips. And he'll play it 9 out from the line on tackle 5. 10 in from touch on that right edge. Nathan Cleary hooks the kick straight across to Jenkins. Watini Zalesniak's up on him. He shovels it out the back. Towed through now by Tungo, but it's picked up by Nickel Klookstar. And we've got a touch here and knock on from the Warriors. And now it's Henry trying to rev them up. Let's have a look here. And as Jenkins tries to get it free, it's a little touch there. It was indeed. From the centre. Leo Tower. So now the Panthers scrum feed. 10 in from touch on the left edge. 18 out from the line. They swing it across. Cleary sends it wide now. Alamotti, the man who spent 10 minutes in the sin bin earlier, is dragged down by Halasima. Now they work through Phillips. And he just goes straight at the middle. He's dragged down low by Iramia Toiava. Over the top Stowers Smith. Now they come back to the right with Lussick. Gives it to Edgar. He gives it back to Phillips. They get 6 more for inside 10 metres, though. Now Henry, little tip on here. Sorensen will play it 3 out from the line. Cleary dropping it back to a crash ball runner on tackle 3 who'll play it 8 out from the line, 3 to the left of the post. They swing the short side to Cole. Tungo gives it to Jenkins. He doesn't go many games without scoring this year, Milky Jenkins. He'll play it a metre in from touch, 3 out from the line. And Isaiah Papali'i is going to just try and barge his way over on the short side. Did he get there? Or was he held up? That's the question. Looks like he's been held up. The referee says no try and wants confirmation that he has been held up. Does he get it down on the first attempt? Because if he doesn't, I don't think he gets it down after that. Like a needle in a haystack trying to see through a pack of bodies here. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And, of course, hit like on the video. Subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to get to our target of 1,750. We need just 8 more across the weekend to get to that target. So no try, held up. They go back and straight away play it on tackle 5. Cleary floats it into the pack. Taken there by Alamotti. Oh, that's a massive forward pass from Lindsay Smith. How have they not called that? Dear, oh dear. How they've missed that. And now it's going to end up being a knock-on against the Warriors. That was a gridiron pass from Lindsay Smith. That was it's gone 2 metres forward. How have they missed that? That is an absolute shocker. The player was standing in front of him. Wow. I've seen some shockers this year, but that takes the cake. All right, Penrith, they get another set. I'll play it now. Tackle 3 with Alamotti. He'll go across to Smith. And they come back out the back. Cleary. Sweeping round is Edgar. Gives it to Alamotti, who's met strongly by Khan Pereira. Warriors up to the task so far. They play it 10 metres out, 10 metres in from touch on the right edge of the Panthers. Cleary for Smith, for Cole, for Papali'i, who's met there. Stowers Smith, but he gets the ball out the back. Cleary shovels it on, batted on by Cole. Comes up to Jenkins. Surely that's a knock on. Metcalf jumps on it, and he's brought to ground. That should be a 0 tackle coming. Metcalf will play it on 0, and he's 25 out from the line, 15 in from touch. Martini Zalesniak will charge it forward and pick up an extra 6, make that 7 metres. He'll play it 32 out, 20 in from touch. Now Nickel Klookstar. They keep just rolling forward here, the Warriors, after seeing off the attempts of the Panthers. Panthers really lacking some punch in attack. Now, Stowers Smith takes it forward to halfway. That's tackle 4. Healy gets out of dummy half, takes a little dart. He's brought down by Smith, Cole, and Phillips. And that'll be tackle 5 on the attacking 40. Metcalf sends it to the sky. Now testing out Jenkins. He takes it cleanly and is immediately met by Laban. Now, Tungo, they're up quickly on him. Fisher Harris and Stowers Smith. Toto will take a run. He tries to duck his head underneath and go through the legs of Capewell there and doesn't get anywhere. Now they'll take a run and Lussick will dart. Just trying to find any metres they can. Alamotti dragged down, almost loses his pants. 32 metres out. They have to kick from just outside their own 30. Tenny Zalesniak takes it on the full. Grab the ball quickly. Warriors racing downfield and then all of a sudden chopped down, but a high tackle by Penrith. Dear, oh dear. Apologies, just a little challenging technical difficulty there that we need to sort out. Warriors fans in a packed out Mount Smart are absolutely loving this from their side. Khan Pereira broke free. He was away downfield. The cover defence came across and Edgar just slipped up a little high. So now, Stowers Smith will play it. 21 out from the line. Healy out of dummy half. Panthers a massive 30 missed tackles. Healy almost brought down by Toto, but only on his knees gets the offload away. Fisher Harris burrows forward and he's brought down 4 out from the line just to the left of the post. They swing it across. Metcalf. Nickel Klookstar gets it now on for Leotawa. He marched his way inside the 10 and will play 5 out from the line, 15 in from touch on the right-hand side. They seem to just have all the answers at the moment, the Warriors. They drive their way forward now, and they're brought down 3 out from the line with Iramia Toiava. Straight in line with the post. Metcalf on tackle 4, gives it on. Harris to Vida. Leka Halasima brought down millimetres short. Toto dives in front of him and stops him, as does Edgar. That'll be tackle 5. They're 3 in from touch and only millimetres out from the line. Floated up by Metcalf. Well taken there. As they race through, is that Billy Phillips getting up over the pack in the end? This is absolutely enthralling footy at the moment, but it's all Warriors. Now the Panthers trying to work it out of their own end. Nathan Cleary takes it on himself. Now Smith will play in his 100th game. Not a milestone to remember at this point. A raking kick, long and rolling awkwardly. Nickel Kluckstaff traps it with his boot and picks it up and runs forward over his 20 and almost up to the 30 to play it on tackle 1. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what your takeaways are from such a massive game. As it stands at the moment, the Warriors have closed the for and against gap to 46 points on the Panthers. And they are 2 competition points behind them on the live ladder. They will overtake the Roosters for the time being. The Roosters will have a chance to jump level with the Panthers on competition points, but with an inferior for and against, up against the Bulldogs next up. Here they come, Metcalf. They're on the front foot, the Warriors. He kicks in behind. He's going to turn Edgar around. He gets back, picks it up on the first bounce inside his 10. Burns Metcalf. Gets just tapped by Iramia Toiava. It's enough to send him down to the ground so that Halasima can wrap him up. They work it out now with Jenkins. Jenkins is dragged to the ground by Barnett. It's tackled 2. He's 27 out from his line. Now To'o. He's been quiet by his standards, says Brian To'o. And now he's jammed back by Harris Tavita. And Iramia Toiava. Liam Martin. They're trying hard, Penrith, but they just can't get it to come together at the moment. Still 23 minutes to go, though, so there's time for a lot. Cleary went to kick, ends up having to pull back, kicks from inside the 40, looking for a 40-20. Nickel Kluckstaff runs around, picks it up just in front of his goal line, races back, and will take them on the right-hand edge of their attack, and is brought down by Jenkins, 19 metres out, 4 metres in from touch. Martini Zalesniak barging his way up at Jack Cole. Lindsay Smith and Liam Henry help out. Now, Leah Tower. He's up and over the 30 on tackle 3. He'll play at 34 out. Mitch Barnett back out there working forward. Is just well chopped by Billy Phillips. Play it on the 40. Keep bringing the numbers though. Here's Aaron Clark, the opening try scorer, back out there and over halfway. Both sides completing at a phenomenal rate. Both 83 for the Warriors, 85 for the Panthers. The Panthers just don't have that killer punch today. As they take it here on the kick return, To'o to Edgar, across to Jenkins. He's dragged down here. Who's there again leading the chase? Iramia Toiava. He's been outstanding off the bench. Gets across and makes another tackle now on Cole. Isaac Tungo up to the 40 on tackle 3. This is probably the best field possession they've had in a little while. I'll play the ball just short of halfway on tackle 4. Lindsay Smith holds it out like he's going to shape the pass to Phillips. Doesn't happen. Still 21 and a half minutes to go, so there's time for the Panthers. They'll kick from just short of the attacking 40. Sends it to the air, Cleary. Getting through, batting it back, and it falls into the breadbasket of a Warrior. Of course it does. Paul Alamotti won the contest, but just popped it back to Leka Halasima instead. Khan Pereira comes forward. He's immediately swarmed by 3 pink jerseys. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you somehow managed to tip the Panthers being shut out in this one. Well, the Warriors 20 plus. I don't think many saw that coming. Nickel Kluckstaff almost burst through the tackle there, but Henry hangs on for dear life. Now working it forward even further is Clark, making really good metres through the middle. He'll play it 4 metres short of halfway on tackle 4. Healy will take a little dart and he'll be brought down, although he grimaces in a bit of agony there. Very slow to his feet. It's hurt the ankle, it looks like, on tackle 5. It is a Warriors thing right now, Blinky. You are 100% right. They are absolutely on top and putting on a show. Jenkins, chopped in half by Aaron Clark here, returning the kick, and he'll play it 18 out from the line. They come centre field with Brian To'o. That's a better run from To'o. He picks up about 10 metres and will play it 28 out. He's 22 in from touch on the right side. They come centre field through Liam Martin. Bumps out of the first tackle, but every time, even when they bump out of a tackle, 2 or 3 more Warriors arrive and drag them backwards. Lussick goes across to Cole. He's going to try and poke his nose through the line, but Barnett sees it coming, drags him down with the help of Egan. A kick from inside the 40. Again, looking for a 40-20. Nickel Kluckstaff will get across. Not enough angle, and it plugs and pops up for him. He picks it up 13 out from his line and races back into the defence. And he's met by the 4th change on for the Panthers in Luron Patia. Harris Tavita in at dummy half. I'm going to say a knock on from Nickel Cookstar as he played it. I think he wants a captain's challenge here. They will. The Warriors will go with the captain's challenge. And called as a knock on from Charles Nickel Cookstar as he goes to play the ball. Inside the last 20. Great to have you all tuning in along for the ride. Does the hand come away from the ball? It's actually against Harris Tavita. Looks like the hand does stay on the ball indeed. So mutual infringement, so challenge successful. They'll go back to tackle one. Charles Nickel Cookstar to play it. It'll be Nickel Cookstar to play it here. The Warriors maintain their challenge. The Panthers already burnt theirs in the first half. Probably sums up their night. Leka Halasima trying to charge his way forward. Now they work forward with Laban. Barnett. He'll take it forward on tackle 4 and he'll play it 42 out from his line. Tackle 5 into the attacking half, and Metcalf goes to the air. Great to have you all tuning in here. Still just under 20 minutes to go as Toto takes that on the full, and he'll play it here just outside his 20. He's just outside, so they will get a 6 again for the ruck infringement because it was a very slow ruck from Kurt Capewell. Now they work forward, and Edgar will play it on tackle 2. 28 out from the line. Lussick goes to Jenkins. They look like they're running out of gas already, the Roosters. The Panthers. Got my mind on the next game. Roosters and the Dogs. Leron Patia bursts through the line and then just drops it with no one on him. Wonderful run. Broke free. And then just coughed it up. Busted through the tackle of Egan and Laban. And just spills it with no one on him. Dear, oh dear. What is going on here with the Panthers? 22 points to 0 down. They've got some real work to do, that is for certain. Great to have you all tuning in. Love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We'll be back with the Roosters and Bulldogs after this. And we'll also have 4 of the remaining 5 matches over the next 2 days in the NRL. We'll have some NRLW. We'll have 1 or 2 games NRLW. And we'll have some English Super League top of the table tomorrow morning as well. Plenty of live watch-alongs coming your way. Hey, Boas, good to have you watching from PNG. Always love having our PNG contingent along for the ride. Let us know whereabouts in PNG you're based. Always find it interesting looking at the different provinces up there. Aramia Toiava plays it now, 22 out. Aaron Clark charging forward. Lussick, Papali'i and Patia try and drag him down, but he maintains his feet and plays it 13 short of the line. Metcalf drops it back in for Aramia Toiava now. He'll play it 4 from the line on tackle 5, just to the left of the post. They go out to Metcalf. On here to Harris Tavita, who tries to grub it in behind. Toto breaks free. He's away here, Brian Toto. He's over the 20. He just didn't have the pace to accelerate away, and Halasima gets hold of him. He bumps out of that tackle, bumps out of another tackle, bumps out of a third tackle, and then Barnett and Metcalf grab him. They're going to crab walk him across the field, and he'll play it on the 40 in the end. Oh, there's a bit of a pulse from the Panthers. Now they come across Edgar at dummy half. Cleary, Cole. Ducks under a tackle there from Clark. Papali'i gets the ball. Cleary throws it out to Jenkins. Jenkins skips back infield, beats the tackle, throws it to no one, and then picking it up is Kurt Capewell. We're going to go back for a high tackle in the lead up there. There was no advantage for the Panthers. My, oh my, what a game. Panthers are throwing a few punches, but just not many of them are landing. See it here. The high tackle comes up. Cleary then kicks across. Kicks across as in accelerates across. The Panthers will kick for touch here. And they'll find touch in the attacking half. And they'll start this set down the Warriors' end. 35 out from the line. Tungo taps it. They go to Cole, to Cleary. They bring it across to centre field with Liam Henry. He's met strongly. Barnett shoots out of the line with Aaron Clark. Now they come to Patia. Patia trying to get the arm free. He's wrapped up in the end. Now they go for Liam Henry, who makes his way forward almost. No, he is. He's on the 20 now. So much so that his leg's covered in the red paint from the 20-metre line. Cole out the back and passes it to the toes of Isaac Tungo, and he can't pick it up. There'll be another knock on, another mistake from the Panthers here. Some very irate Warriors fans just wanting referee Sutton to blow his something whistle. I won't repeat it. That's okay. You get the gist. Certainly going to be interesting to see how this all plays out from here. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, jump into the comments as well. Even the reacts, they all go towards filling the algorithm. Filling the algorithm, which means we get more people along, which means we get better conversations and we can do more content. $14 minutes remain and the Warriors absolutely in control here as Aaron Clark pushes his way forward. He'll play it 22 out from his line. Centre field. Now Barnett up to the 30 and just over on tackle 3. He's 31 out from his line. Nickel Klookstar will try and take a barging run through the middle. He's brought down on the 40. Yeah, I agree, Blinky. If the Warriors score again, it is game over. Metcalf to the outside. Now Halasima. He's been an absolute handful running wide in the centres today. Paul Alamoti's had nightmares. They'll play it 3 metres into the attacking half. 5 in from touch on tackle 5. And despite being under pressure, Metcalf gets a good kick away. The question you've got now, though, is what do they do about their halves? Blinky, what are your thoughts there? Metcalf's obviously had an outstanding game tonight. If Martin's back and fit, do you stick with Metcalf from here? Jenkins plays it on the 30. Warriors completion rate, 86%. That is outstanding. 30 of 35 sets. Isaiah Papali'i gets forward, gets the offload away. Edgar gives it to Luron Patia. Patia trying to shrug free of a few defenders. Now they swing it wide. Cleary over the top for Toto. Toto barging forward and is dragged down just over halfway on tackle 4. He played 2 metres into the attacking halves, 5 in from touch. Cleary just looking around, trying to see what sort of miracle ball he can get. Patia for Papali'i. Setting Tungo free. Tungo taking on Martini's Lesney out the dummy. The show, the go back inside for Jenkins. Jenkins gets it back to Cleary. Can Cleary make the line? Yes, he does. The Panthers are finally on the board. There we go. Better late than never. 22 points to 4 with a kick to come. There is enough time if anyone can do it. Well, the Panthers have got their cattle. It's just some hopeful running here. And Nathan Cleary gave that long pass from the right edge of the field and somehow popped up in support here. Just following across. Gets his way in and dives beyond Metcalf. And he'll score about 18 metres in from touch. So it should be a relatively easy conversion attempt for him. Some good ball handling there from Luron Patia and Isaiah Papali'i in the lead-up as well. A little bit of something for the Panthers fans. So he's about 17 in from touch. He's brought it back about 17 metres as well. Here's the picture of focus with 11 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. He hits it and he slots it. 22 points to 6. They are the faintest of pulses, the Panthers. It'll be an absolute miracle if they come back from here. Remember, with 12 minutes to go. The Harkers, yeah, Maybe it got him rattled. Who knows? Who knows? But there's 11 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Can Nathan Cleary create a comeback of epic proportions here? Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure you hit like on the video, subscribe on the channel. A big thank you to all of you that have gotten involved in the conversation. Makes it a little more entertaining from my end, that's for sure. So Jacob Laban gets us back underway. Charging his way back, Luron Patia. Brought down 14 out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. At 86 metres to go here, the Panthers. That was Liotta. This is Patia. Dragged down around the ankles by Leia Tower. Over the top is Jacob Laban. Now they go across Cleary for Liam Martin. Yeah, I think the Warriors need to, 11 of the last 12 against the Panthers they've lost. Liotta for Smith, for Patia. He's going to go for another run here, Luron Patia. Up to the 40 on tackle 4. They're looking a little more dangerous with ball movement, but still not enough to really threaten. Nathan Cleary will kick from inside the 40. He's looking for the 40-20. Nickel Klukstar's getting across. He's got the breaking ball, Cleary, and he does get the 40-20. Look out, the Panthers are coming. Poor Charles Nickel Klukstar diving for that's ended up in the fence here at Mount Smart Stadium. Kicks it. Takes a right turn as it lands, and he finds touch about 16 out from the line. Nathan Cleary's given them a little hope. My, oh my, can they come back here, the Panthers? Lussick gives it to Liotta. Liotta will be brought down. 8 out from the line, just to the right of the uprights. They get a 6 more for an extra man coming into the ruck after the tackle was complete. Patia charging forward. He's centre field, 3 out from the line. He'll play it on tackle 1. Now they'll come across Lussick to Cleary. Dummies underneath the Martin. Gives to the outside here. Edgar's going to slice through, and Jackson Edgar will go over and score. And all of a sudden, the Panthers are within 12. Holy dooly, this is a comeback and a half. 9.5 minutes still remaining for the Panthers. The Pink Panthers are pouncing. They are up and about here. What about this? And we think they can get home. Can the Panthers come back? The ultimate of comebacks. No Isaiah, and yet they're finding ways. This will be a huge kick from Cleary from out wide. The reality is they can only afford to miss one kick at goal. They don't want it to be this one because what can you say, Blinky? What can you say at this stage? It's been a great performance. No Tamare, Tane Talpiki on the bench. And Nathan Cleary to take the conversion attempt. He's 5 in from touch. Curls it inside the right upright, and he slots it. So 22 points to 12. Jackson Edgar gets the try. Nathan Cleary gets the second conversion. And you're telling me there's a chance. What about this? You wouldn't have seen it coming not that long ago. They look like they didn't have a pulse at all. But they've found a way to just get back into the fight. This is something. News out of the Roosters game coming up. James Tedesco out. Meanwhile, the Panthers swing it to Moses Liotta. Najee, you think they're out on their feet? There's still 8 minutes to go. That'd be the concern for me. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit subscribe on the channel. Help us get to our goal of 1,750 as Lindsay Smith takes us over the 20. Now Liam Martin running forward and running hard. Brought down by Capewell. Now Lindsay Smith gives it on. Cole out the back. Tungo to the outside. Gives it to Jenkins. He hits the accelerator around Metcalf. Burns past him. Back inside. Oh, Scott Sorensen wasn't who he was looking for. Sorensen brought down on tackle 5. 20 out from the line. 5 in from touch. They come to Cole. They've got the Warriors at 6s and 7s. Cleary, Jackson Edgar, Leota gets it to Liam Martin. Liam Martin, can he get someone back inside? Knocked back, and then the Warriors dive on it. And that might be enough here. There's still 7 minutes to go. But what about that? They look like they were threatening again, the Panthers. Had the heart rate up, that is for certain. Now the Warriors just going to try and complete this set. Fisher Harris trying to work through the middle. Across the last 10 minutes, the Panthers have had nearly 80% of possession. Fisher Harris very slow to his feet now. Wonderful to have you all tuning in, guys. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Tell you what, if we do see a comeback here, I can't recall seeing anything like it in this short of a window. It's even bigger, probably not in terms of the momentum of it, but in terms of the actual timing of it. And that grand final run against the Broncos. Well, we're back underway now. And working forward here. Aremia Toiava will play it. Barnett, he'll play it 44 out from the line. That's tackle 5. Harris Tavita kicking. Toto's back there and take it just inside his 20. He's going to wind up here and skip across field. Hasn't been his meter reading best tonight, Brian Toto. And he's straight out of this into the next game. Inside 6 minutes, Jenkins goes forward to the 30. He'll play it about 8 in from touch. Sorry, 28 in from touch, I should say. Now, Alamotti takes a run. He'll play at centre field on the 40. Hey, Luay. Oh, what about that run? Leota takes him up over halfway. He's 4 metres into the attacking half on tackle 4. Now Lindsay Smith digs into the line. Cleary out the back. Cole, cut out ball for Jenkins. He's got space on that left edge again. Runs out of space and cuts back infield. Leia Tower takes him down. That'll be tackle 5, and he's 31 out from the line. He's 15 in from touch. What can Nathan Cleary create here? He has a think about it. Sends it to the sky. Oh, a little touch there. Diving on it, and they're over again, the Panthers. Alamotti came out of the hands of one of the Warriors, and Alamotti's gotten over. And all of a sudden, the Panthers are coming back here. 22 points to 16 with a kick to come. It's a one-try game. Oh, my. It's Alamotti, the man that spent 10 in the sin bin earlier on. Let's have a watch the replay here. Charles Nickel-Klookstar just went through his hands, and Alamotti grabs it and bumps over the top of Khan Pereira and another body that are falling back. What about this, Paul? You talked about questionable outcomes. 22 points to 16. What about it? Absolutely stunning. Oh, no, they're going to send it up. No try. Paul Alamotti is offside by a metre. It is reverse, Paul. This is very semi-final football-esque, isn't it? So the Warriors just dodge a bullet. They kick for touch here. They find it 25 out from their line. I'll tell you what, this is the appetizer. I can't wait to see the main course of the Roosters versus the Bulldogs. Warriors bring it out. Healy, oh, a little fumble there. No, he holds his hand to it. Now Clark will come up over halfway on tackle 3. Take it forward with Barnett. Almost up the, he is up the attacking 40 and he'll play it on tackle 4. Healy out now. Metcalf dropping underneath the Fisher Harris, the former Panther. Trying to turn around this history where his current side have only won one of the last 12 games against his former club. Metcalf goes to the sky. We tick down to 4 minutes to go. Batted back by the Warriors. Still tackle 5. Nickel Klookstar kicks it in behind. Still tackle 5, you would think. Ali Leotawa. No, they're going to say played at there. Oh, wow. So a new set for the Warriors, and they'll play this now on tackle 2. 20 out from the line, 21 in from touch. And they send it across to Clark. He was the man that got the scoring started in the first few minutes. Now Barnett goes forward. He's inside the 10. He'll play it on tackle 4. 5 out from the line. 4 to the right of the uprights. Metcalf drops Fisher Harris back underneath. He's barnstorming back towards the post, and he's chopped down by Sorensen and Edgar. 2 from the line, centre field. They go back to Metcalf on tackle 5. He skips off his left, and he's going to reach out, and he's going to get there. What about this showing from Metcalf? It's going to be some questions for Andrew Webster. The Warriors get a sealing try. Metcalf gets his second. And what looked like it was a certain comeback a minute ago has now been snaffled out by the Warriors here at Mount Smart Stadium with 3 minutes remaining. The Warriors get a try, and instead of 22-18, it's all of a sudden 26-12. The Warriors at Mount Smart are a different beast. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. But they've snuffed it out there. Great to have you along. Make sure to hit like on the video. Jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And, of course, make sure to hit subscribe. Help us get to that goal of 1,750. Yeah, well, you just never know, Naja. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen, but that is the joy of the game of rugby league. Anything can, does, and will happen. Wonderful to have you along. 2.5 minutes to go here. It's a nice night out for Luke Metcalf. If he slots this, he'll have 16 points to his name. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that. I'm just a absolute rugby league train spotter. I love my rugby league. Don't forget, of course, we will be back with the next game as well, the Roosters and the Bulldogs. Going to catch that on our channel here with another live watch-along. Looking forward to that one. Another 2 top 8 sides. Bulldogs in form, the Roosters. They'll be looking to pull level with the Panthers, so plenty to be earned. Plenty to be worked out, plenty to be washed up. Big thanks to those of you who hit subscribe. We just need 3 more now to get to our 1,750. Metcalf slots the extras. And it's 28 points to 12 with just over a minute and a half remaining. And I tell you what, Andrew Webster is going to have a serious think about who he names in that 7 jersey next week if Tamare Martin is fit. Metcalf has been outstanding tonight, as has his team. The Warriors are flying. As I said, big news out of the next game. No James Tedesco after that ankle injury last week against the Cowboys. He was named originally, but not playing now. That one gets underway in just under 10 minutes. Nathan Cleary will get us back underway here with just over a minute and a half. They go the short kick off, but they're going to get penalised with people in front of the kicker. You don't see that often. But we'll have a look at the replay and see what the outcome is here. Was the referee right on this one? Wouldn't normally call it. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Absolutely is. Twice in 60 seconds, they've cruelled themselves with being a metre offside, the Panthers. Warriors with 63 seconds on the clock will kick for touch. And with this one, they've reduced that for and against deficit to 50. Unless they score again here. Every point's worth 2 in this one, of course. The chips one off theirs. Or adds one onto theirs and chips one off Penrith. Barnett. He's charging forward inside the 30. Papali'i joins the tackle to drag him down. He'll play it 25 out just to the right of the post. 32 seconds to play. Now they march forward here. Morgan Gannon on the final change for the Warriors, getting some game time as Barnett goes forward again on tackle 4. I'll play it 5 metres out from the line, 8 to the left, 8 to the right of the post, sorry. I'm going to push and shove between Leotta and Barnett there. Now Fisher Harris, it looked like Metcalf was setting for a field goal. But the siren will go and the Warriors will come away with a crucial win here. They come out winners, 28 points to 12. A huge thank you to you for tuning in, for being along for the ride. It's been wonderful having you with us. Great to have you tuning in all the way along. But at full time, 28 points to 12. A double to Luke Metcalf. He also got 4 conversions from 5 attempts. Tries also to Aaron Clark, Chanel Harris, Tavita, and Shans Nickel Klookstart. That makes up the 28 for the Warriors. Just 1 miss from Metcalf. And then for the Panthers, 2 tries, sorry. We had Edgar and Nathan Cleary getting over, and both conversions successful for the Panthers. So that just means they're that little bit more vulnerable, and they have to face the Roosters next week. They're going to have to be up for that one. Otherwise, all of a sudden, their minor premiership chances will be on a very thin ice. But thank you to you all for tuning in. As always, have a wonderful evening. Don't go too far. We'll be back with the Roosters and the Bulldogs very, very soon.